Give me old Alabama to this little Jimmy Dickens or Jones, Merle Haggard and them all. Just an upstate New Yorker near that Canadian border. Yes, and I love country music best of all. Just an upstate New Yorker near that Canadian border.
Gary Finney,
Country music best of all.
the Upstate New Yorkers theme song. Gary Finney and Tom Venn at the Chazy Lions Club Old Home Day.
We're going to be here till
February 27th. February, holy cow. July 27th, 2003.
We're country from the tip of our head to the tip of our toes. And I'm tired of too much work.
We're going to listen a little bit to Tom and Gary. And we're going to take a look at the car show, which is what we do every year at this annual event. And I hope to be back up here in about an hour for the Carol Browning of the King and Queen.
Off my steady job to bed. So turn me loose, set me free. Somewhere in the middle of Montana. Give me all that I've got coming to me. You just keep your retirement and your so-called Social Security. Big city, turn me loose and set me free. Calvin, get a shot of Gary playing that keyboard. Oh, Calvin! Won't Chazy old time days be without the cast iron here, right?
Someday we'll find out.
I've been working every day since I was 20. I haven't got a thing to show for anything I've done. And there's folks who never work, but they've got plenty. I think it's time the guys like me had some fun. Turn me loose, set me free. Somewhere in the middle of Montana. Give me all that I've got coming to me. You just keep your retirement and your so-called Social Security. Like big city, turn me loose and set me free. Big city, turn me loose and set me free. Mercy Bogan Lane. Oh, it's good to be out here in Chazy. I feel like I'm right at home. I want to tell you, because when I was a kid, just my father and mother had the farm machinery business. If it wasn't for the people around the Chazy, Champlain, Rouse's Point area, we wouldn't even have anything. Because I'll tell you what, we did business with all of you. Right? I've seen a few people here already that I haven't seen in 25 years, and we'll be looking for some more. It was written by a couple of old boys down in Houston, Texas. It was in a motel room right outside of Houston. Smoking Marlboro cigarettes, drinking milk. Willie and Whalen. A long time forgotten the dreams that just fell by the way. The good life you promised ain't what you living to do. He don't understand, does the best that she can. She's a good-hearted woman, loving that good-timing man. She's a good-hearted woman in love with a good-timing man. She loves him in spite of his weak ways that she don't understand. Through teardrops and laughter go to pass through this world hand in hand. She's a good-hearted woman, loving that good-timing man. She got that heart out there now. He likes the nightlife, good timing friend. The party's all over, welcome him back home again. She don't understand it, but she does the best that she can. She's a good-hearted woman, loving that good-timing man. Yeah, she's a good-hearted woman, loving with good-timing man. She loves him in spite of his weak ways that she don't understand. Through teardrops and laughter gonna pass through this world hand in hand. She's a good-hearted woman, loving that good-timing man. She's a good-hearted woman in love with good-timing man. She loves him in spite of his weak ways that she don't understand. Through teardrops and laughter gonna pass through this world hand in hand. She's a good-hearted woman, loving that good-timing man. She's a good-hearted woman, loving that good-timing man.
Okay, we got a special
Here's
treat
one.
coming up right now, I believe.
Gonna do a song here for you that any of you people know the renowned cartoonist Mr. Sid Cauchy from down in Essex, New York. He does some work for us. This shirt Tom's got on here, he did that character shirt. Anyways, he wrote a song. That's not the shirt, is it? No, there's nothing on there.
Good heck of
The
a
characters
job.
are on this one too, though.
And he wrote the words to this thing, and I put the music to it for Sid, and I try this. Are you all set? I used to pick on my guitar while working on the farm. Then I tried singing, but it actually worked charm. They said that my technology was doing it all wrong and made my singing voice sound like a rusty gong. Coming through the nose, coming through the nose. It really sounds more country when it's coming through the nose. Coming through the nose, coming through the nose. It really sounds more country when it's coming through the nose. So they analyzed my vocal cords and my tonsil function. They looked at my esophagus and my buccal junction. One thing you simply have to do to get a mellow sound is make your tongue an oval and your nose come out more round. Coming through the nose, coming through the nose. It really sounds more country when it's coming through the nose. Coming through the nose, coming through the nose. It really sounds more country when it's coming through by a friend and through your vocal hose. But I like it more than the rest, just coming through the nose. Coming through the nose. Coming through the nose. It really sounds more country when it's coming through the nose. Coming through the nose. Coming through the nose. It really sounds more country when it's coming through the nose. It really sounds more country when it's coming through the nose. Kind of hard playing this keyboard and hanging on to it at the same time, I'll tell you.
Kind of windy here today. Thank you, Gary and Tom. Really hate to leave Gary Finney and Tom Van when they got the banjo out. That means they're really playing some music that I enjoy. Not that I don't enjoy all their music, but particularly enjoy it when the banjo comes out. We got a car show to do, and it's business before pleasure. We want to thank Gary and Tom for doing that Coming Through the Nose, written by our good friend Sid Calci. We're going to make sure that Sid gets a copy of this tape so he can sit down and enjoy it in the comfort of his home. He's got the CD, but he doesn't have the video version of Coming Through the Nose. All right, George Legnard has his 1930 Model A, and we also have George Legnard here right next to it. Very nice shape, the car that is. Is this car older than you, George? So is this car older than you are?
No.
No, it's not older than you are. I thought sure it would be.
I think it might be. A little bit.
Where'd you get it from, George? Well, you've had it quite a while.
Oh, I've had it for many years. I got it years ago. Gaylord Rowe found it for me, and he wanted me to join the car club, and bought the car and restored it, and joined the club.
And you, I believe, are a Ford man. You have a couple other cars, do you?
Yeah, I've got a 55 Ford Fairlane and a 1965 Galaxy 500 XL convertible.
You got something in the 30s, 50s, and 60s. You missed the 40s for some reason. Of course, for a few years in the early 40s, there were no cars made during World War II, right?
That's correct.
That's something I didn't realize till just recently, and I started wondering about why I didn't see any cars from 42 and 43, and a friend during the war, and a friend Jim Patnold said, I don't think they were made then. He was absolutely right. I know you're a man of few words, George. Anything else you'd like to tell us?
No, I just hope the rain holds off, and this is a nice show here today.
You're going to close that rumble seat in a hurry if it starts to rain, huh?
We can do that.
Okay. I'll keep an eye on this spot if it starts to sprinkle.
Okay, do that.
Okay, thank you, thank you, George. Okay, this is a 1923 Ford. It's got a kit. Make it into a snowmobile. Who owns this? You do? You're Norm Landry? All right. Excuse me, Roland, for interrupting you. Okay, what can you tell us about this vehicle?
Well, it's an original Henry Ford snowmobile is what it is. It's a Model T Ford snowmobile. Mostly your doctors and mail carriers had them. Ones that really had to go. And he sold the franchise to a couple of different dealers. And you could bring your car to the dealer and have this kit put on, or you could buy the kit there and bring it home, have it, and put it on yourself. But it's an original snowmobile.
Mm-hmm. Now, so it's just a ordinary car, nothing special about the car until you put the kit on, right?
That's right. Same as any other Model T. The only difference is when they redo this, they put a 2-speed rear end in it, which the other Model Ts don't have. Because they're only 22 horsepower, and when you put all these accessories on it, you need that extra low gear. for the
You're
power.
saying Model Ts are 1-speed?
No, they're 2-speed. They're low and high, but this has got an extra low gear in the rear
Extra
end.
low. Okay.
Yeah,
You're going to go through that snow, you need that extra.
exactly.
All right, and how long have you had it?
I've had it probably one side the other of 20 years.
Okay, did you get the car and the kit at the same time? Did you buy the car
No,
first?
everything was there. Everything was there. I put it together, cleaned it up, whatever.
Now, do you leave it like this, or do you?
No, it's well. In the summer, I dress it up with a ski on it for the shows here,
Right.
so people know what it is. But ordinarily, I got just the tires on it, and I'll run it back and forth to the store or something to run it. But
Where are you from?
Milton, Vermont.
Right.
Yeah,
Now that's got a plate on it. Does that little green sticker make it legal?
that makes it legal, and that's the original plate, 1923, and that's the color of them back then.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, thank you very much. Did you drive it over just like this,
No.
or you put it on a cart?
Yeah, I carred it. I had to leave last month, so I drove it.
Or in the middle of February.
There you go.
Okay. Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
Well, we got a Model A right next to us here, and this is.
Are you Channel 5?
Let's see if we can figure out who owns this. This is Bob and Joanne Kilkenin or something. I don't know. Kellenen from Morrisonville. 1929 Ford Model A. And they are in the. Okay, I said Morrisonville. Yeah, Morrisonville, New York. Okay, I didn't know. After I saw they were in the Green Mountain chapter, I didn't know if I'd misread Morrisville, Vermont, but it is Morrisonville. Well, looks like there is a little crack here. Near perfect, but just that little flaw. Look at the upholstery though, the roof. Look at the roof. This car is getting a lot of attention next door to us.
Funny how that changed, huh?
Yeah, you won't even make a house call.
We don't take care of it.
Love the lines in these old cars. Now, a car that's always a personal favorite to me, I've elaborated in the past that I spent many years in a 1950 Chevrolet, a black one, Chevrolet Deluxe, and this is exactly what this one here is. You've seen this vehicle before. It's a very, very nice looking vehicle. 1950 Chevrolet Deluxe. And it's owned by Frank Henschel from 8 Monty Street in Plattsburgh. And to some people it might be just another old car, but to me it's a beauty and a classic. And I'm sure it's a classic to a lot of other people, even the folks who never had the pleasure of spending hours in one of these. And of course it's in an era when hood ornaments were the norm. Beautiful hood ornament.
We're going to be on KT. Now we're going to have to buy a copy. Yeah, isn't it beautiful?
Other folks are admiring it.
New Chevy. 1 year older than my first car. That's in next condition.
You said your first car was a 51 Chevy?
Yep, sure was. 51 Chevy.
That one.
You're a little too young to have bought that one new, though.
I don't know. I'm 62. Yeah. Yeah. Bought it in 57. I was 16 years old.
The 51 didn't look a lot different than the 1950.
No, it was on an but it was a fun car for a young man with his first time with a set of wheels of his own. I loved it.
And what'd you pay for it?
Oh God, I think I had paid $75.
It's amazing. Back then, you could buy a running car for $50 to $75, but you can't get the equivalent of that these days.
You're gonna pay that, but you're gonna pay that for a tire these days.
Yeah. What's your name?
Ray Blow.
All right. We've seen you around at these before, right?
Oh yes, oh yeah. I like to go to all the car shows I can. I enjoy the memories that they bring back. A lot of fun with that stuff.
Yeah. All right. Thank you for chatting with us.
You take care.
It's supposed to be a can.
A lot of familiar faces at these shows, and generally the folks who are down here wandering, looking at the cars, are in a friendly mood. The clouds overcast and thunderstorms threatening, so we just started up a loud vehicle, and it got a lot of attention as people were wondering, is that thunder? This is Dick Folger's 1955 Skyliner. We've shown this one before. It's a Ford, and it's red. And it's owned by Dick Folger in Champlain, Cooperville, Kings Bay area. It's convertible, so it's another one that's going to be hopping if it starts to rain a little bit. Turquoise, I don't know which color you'd call this. Aqua, turquoise. The only car that I've ever seen that could make that color look good is a 57 Chevrolet, and this is what we got here, a 57 Chevy Bel Air. Of course, there's a Thunderbird sitting at Riley Ford right now with a $33,000 or $32,000 price tag on it. That looks pretty good in this color. Different shade though, but that Thunderbird has a retro look to it. 57 Chevy. Betty and Roger Richards from Lake Placid, New York. Ooh, they forgot their lunch here. We're gonna have to take a bite out of that hot dog and take a drink of that Coke before they get back here. I wonder if they've ever lost those Cokes. Well, they're pretty realistic looking soda bottles. And here's another car from a few years later. It looks like about a 61 or 62, but it's an Edsel, so it might be just a 59 or 60. We'll take a look. Didn't make the Edsel too many years.
How you doing? Good, how are you? Come back. Get your switch yet? What's that? Get your switch there yet?
Okay, it's a 59. It's owned by Dan Dubuque from Plattsburgh. 59 Edsel. I don't know if they made it into 1960 with the Edsels. I know they came out in 1958. Maybe we'll find out. Well, the Trombley family is here. They look like they like things other than just John Deere's.
How you doing, Dan? Good, how are you? I'm doing fine. Where's some of your cars way over there? Check this out. Hey, Mikey!
There's a Ford. It's a 60, 61. I mean, that's different. Some folks think that's Batman pulling in here, and it could be right. It could be right. And other convertible, Stephen Rasco from West Chazy, 1970 Plymouth Beep Beep Roadrunner. Now is it Beep Beep Roadrunner or Roadrunner Beep Beep? Anyway, it's a Plymouth Roadrunner. It's got a Roadrunner right in front, and this is Rasco's Roadrunner. It's a 1970s. It's even got a Roadrunner under the hood. Yeah, if you like purple with racing stripes, we got one of those too. Yeah, it's a 440 4-barrel. So it's got a lot more under the hood than you need, but that was the whole idea behind muscle car. It's Bob Baxter from Plattsburgh. It's a 1970 Dodge Challenger. Well, this is a 74, I think the sign said. It's a SS Chevy Chevelle Super Sport. And it's really black. Bob Boswell from Morrisonville. And it might be a 71. I was reading from across the way. And that might say 71. I thought it looked too much like a 69, 70 era car to be a 74, but certainly could be, but I believe it's a 71. And if you want to see what's under the trunk, you got a mirror there. I don't know if that's for the judge's sake. Or very nice interior.
Say hi.
Okay, we're not just taking pretty cars today, we're taking pretty girls too. What year is this one? What year is this? So it's a 2001 model? 2001 model.
Tell them what your name is.
Aki.
Ashley.
Ashley, how you doing, Ashley?
You play shy? No, talk to him. Say hi. Hi. How are you?
Hi.
Hi. I'm a little shy, huh?
Where are you from, Ashley?
Say from Morrisonville, New York.
Yeah. Too many syllables, right?
Too much to say, huh?
Thank you, Ashley.
Bye.
That was a 2001 model. Okay, here's another great day. A Bart and Rhonda Strack 1969 Oldsmobile. They're from Kimberly Lane, wherever that is. It's a 442. And it feels like it's starting to rain on our car show. So we might have an abbreviated version of the car show. You can watch the people with their convertibles and their rumble seats start to pack up. It's bad enough on their paint jobs. I told George we'd watch if he started to rain. There he goes. Shutting the windows and closing up the rumble seat. I'd say anywhere from a third on up of the time. This Old Home Day has been blessed with some showers at some point during the day. It has also been blessed with some extremely hot days too, where it was almost unbearable. Starting to rain quite steadily. Well, a lot of people are making adjustments and wondering about my buddies Gary Finney and Tom Venn out there in the rain with electric equipment. I believe they have the entrance judge the event, so everybody who brings a vehicle in goes around and judges everybody else's vehicle. That way you don't get a handful of people who end up with the responsibility and the blame. There's a Dodge milk truck. Jerry and Diane Seymour from the Turnpike, 1954 Dodge 1 ton. Very nice shape.
Nice stuff here, right?
Very nice stuff here. It's commonly called a milk truck right here because you can throw your milk cans in the back and take them down to the milk plant. Save yourself having to hire a hauler, or you go out enjoying it over on the other side. Okay, next to it we have Roy Mays, also from Morrisonville, a 1973 Ford Ranchero. We saw a Chevy Camino yesterday in a parade in Moira. Now we have a Ranchero. What were Rancheros and Caminos? Well, they were unique vehicles. They had the look of a car with a truck bed in the back. So they were a combination car and truck. And how popular were they? Well, they're popular as a collector's item, but I don't think they make them anymore. And I don't think they made them for all that many years, but they were certainly a good idea, and I'm sure they had a niche in the market. The tarp is out here. Nothing like a rain to ruin a car show. See, this one here is open. An open area here, and trying to keep the rain out. They get a downpour, they're really in trouble. Okay, here's a let's see what it is here. John Oliver from Rouse's Point. It's an 83 Chevy S10. And it's hard to believe a vehicle like this is 20 years old already. But it is, and there it is in nice shape. Modified, I'm sure, not like it was when it came off the showroom floor. Next to this high water pants Chevy here. And this is owned by Dennis Dupree, right here in Chazy. Tim Lamica from right here in Chazy owns this 87, the Chevy S10. And obviously it's got a lot of modifications, including an extra motor, appears like. Got a motor in the back, got a motor in the front, and a blue tarp for a roof. There's no sheet in the window yet in this black convertible we saw come in. It's a 1960. It's a Ford, I believe it's a Suburban. 1960 Ford. And it's, shall we say, unique. It is unique. Chances of finding another one that looks exactly like this anywhere in the world are very, very slim. Here's a 1931 Chevrolet. Doesn't have the information sheet with it. That's a 31 Chevrolet. License plate said Hal's Toys. That's one of Hal's toys. Got the nice running boards. Two-door. I don't think we've seen this one in the past. Wait a minute, there's another Tom Venn. There are two Tom Venns here today. How about that? Alright, rain is starting to come down a little harder. People are making more and more provisions to protect their vehicles. We got here Tom Gagno's little motor buggy. Gagno Racing Team. And also from the Gagno Racing Team, we have this little entry here. This is Matt Gagno's. And the girls are getting out of the rain. Now, Gagno Racing Team. You don't want to put your soda on the shelf here while you're driving down the road. I don't think it's going to sit there very long. And the rain is just starting to get obnoxious a little bit. I think we're going to see very, very few people out here. And in fact, we're not going to see anybody out here because we're not going to be out here either. We're going to wander up near the trees. We'll get the King and Queen. And we just pointing out to Leo Akey that he missed the game of the century here. Fireman's game. 42-31 final. People hustling to protect their vehicles. Even the ones that were built from a kit. Dick Folger's convertible now has its roof up. Nothing like rain to put a damper on the car show. Put a rain cover on our camera. I think we've seen this one before. It's Leslie and Teresa Mooney in Morrisonville. A lot of Morrisonville cars. This is a Lafayette. And as we say that, it's raining even harder than it was before. Just in case we end up having to call it a day, we'll just show you what the rain looked like. We're in our vehicle right now. A lot of cars are moving, some are leaving, a lot of them left as soon as the rains came. Some are still pulling in. Hopefully the rain will let up and we'll be able to get the King and Queen. If not, this will be the end of the show, but stick around and see what else we got coming up for you here from me. At the moment, we're at the Chazy Old Home Day event put on by the Lions Club every year at the Chazy Rec Center. Okay, we have come out of hibernation. A good number of people have stayed around. We are under the trees. Dick West is trying to get the crowd into the events again. And hopefully
We will
They can find the Queen. They're going to do the King and Queen, but they got to find the Queen. The Queen is
we
missing.
are still planning to do the crowning of the King and Queen very shortly.
We got Larry Ebert entertaining the crowd while we're waiting for the Queen to show up. We heard the King is here, but the Queen is not. So, as you know, every year they try to surprise the King and Queen. And to be honest, I've just found out who they were this year, and if it's not a surprise, I don't think either one would be here because would show up, because if they knew about it, they would. I don't think they would show. So we're gonna listen to Larry Ebert sing about San Antonio, and we're gonna wait for the King and Queen to show.
Well, I'll be looking for it when they pull that gate. I sure hope the judge ain't blind. Well, Amarillo by morning, Amarillo's on my mind. Amarillo by morning, off from San Antonio. Well, everything that I've got is just what I've got on. I ain't got a dime, but what I've got is mine. I'm not rich, but Lord, I'm free. Amarillo by morning, Amarillo's where I'll be. Amarillo by morning, Amarillo's where I'll be.
Amarillo, not San Antonio. We're singing about Amarillo. All right, we wandered off, and now we're back. See a little moisture in our camera here. Looks a little foggy. Still waiting for the Queen. We know the King is here. He's several hundred feet behind us at the moment. Last year's Queen, Jackie O'Brien, is here, enjoying her.
I noticed that our King and Queen are in the immediate area.
Remaining moments with the crown.
It's quite an honor
here's
to be
Dick
part of
West.
the Chazy Lions Club and to sponsor our King and Queen of Chazy Old Home Day every year. I'm going to start out with the Queen. The Queen was born January 3rd, 1930 in Minnesota. Sure. Her grandparents were immigrants from Norway and Ireland. She was raised on a small farm just outside of Hibbing, Minnesota. She had 6 brothers, 1 sister. All 6 brothers served in the military during the World War II. She was the youngest of 8 children. After high school, she attended community college and entered the United States Air Force, where she met and married her husband. She has been past president of the Chazy Senior Citizens. She's been a religious educator and a member of the Sacred Heart Church and Chazy's choir. Together they have 4 sons. And then I'll go on to tell the King was born April 1st, 1930, son of a gentleman and a lady from Chazy. He has 2 sisters, one in Ausable Forks and the other in Plattsburgh. They all graduated from Chazy Central Rural School. The King graduated in 1947, and at the age of 17, he enlisted in the United States Air Force. He met and married his wife in California at March Air Force Base in 1952. He was later stationed in Alaska, Illinois, Guam, Massachusetts, and Thailand. He served 21 years in the Air Force and retired as rank of Chief Master Sergeant in 1968. After retiring from the military, he was employed by the U.S. Post Office. He also attended and graduated from Clinton Community College, later where he would be promoted to past master of the West Chazy Post Office. He retired in 1994 after 25 years to the Postal Service. He has also served as commander and quartermaster of the VFW Post 1418. He worked with the Chazy Boy Scouts, the Chazy Fire District. He is still an active member of both the VFW Post 1418 and the American Legion in Chazy. He has volunteered much of his time and energy to this organization, and at this time the Chazy Lions Club presents to you Phyllis and Willard Martin Jr. of Chazy, our 2003 King and Queen. I say congratulations and a great hand for this fine couple. We'll give you a couple of seconds, and when you're ready, we'd like to have you come and sit in these two chairs so we can have pictures, and Jackie will pass on the crowns.
Another excellent choice there.
And Phyllis didn't want to come here today.
Are you the man that wanted to see me?
Jackie O'Brien, congratulating Phyllis Martin.
We're going to have to change your hat, Willard.
Willard is a man of many hats. Congratulations to both of you for being our 2003 King and Queen
Bucket
Chazy
Tremblay
Old Home Day.
presenting the crown.
We also have a presentation of a bouquet of flowers and a boutonniere.
There you go.
Well, we'll fix it.
I rehearsed, you know.
Long hours.
Unfortunately, last year's king is no longer with us. Looks like the bucket just stuck Willard with the pin and the boutonniere.
Jackie, you better come back.
King and Queen, George and Phyllis Martin.
I was just notified that I used the wrong words here a few minutes ago. I said he was a past master. He's past postmaster. I think most people didn't hear the post part. I know I said it.
No, you didn't. No, you didn't. You said past master, not postmaster.
I really appreciate the critiquing.
You don't have to hold it. You want to set it down?
Anyone want to take pictures? Jump right in.
Jackie?
Jackie O'Brien, last year's winner. As we said, Jim Laramie, last year's
Sure, Bucket, why don't you stand there?
king, unable to be here. He died.
You represent the Chazy
Died
Lions
during the year.
Club, Bucket. You must have heard me. I knew what you were thinking before.
Rather abbreviated coverage this year. Our enthusiasm that kind of rained out
Willard,
with the
we're
cloud
taking
burst.
microphone over to you if you'd like to
No, we're
say
gonna
something.
let the king and queen speak. So let's all listen, and we'll wrap up.
She does most of the talking anyway. Huh? I see.
All right, we'll listen to Phyllis.
Never expected this. And I really wasn't coming home. Thank you anyway. Bye-bye.
It did take a little planning, but we're very, very happy you both are here today. Congratulations again. How about a hand for this charming couple? And don't forget, next year you have an appointment to pass these crowns on. We expect to see you then. Now you're being notified a year ahead of time, Phyllis.
Okay, now we'll say goodbye. As we said, a rather abbreviated version this year of our car show coverage. But enthusiasm for the car show kind of went with the rain. And it's a little smaller this year because of the pending rain. A lot of people who would ordinarily show up decide to stay home, particularly with the older cars. It's no fun getting your vehicle out in the rain like that.
We get Larry up here. Maybe he'll sing a love song to this charming couple. Here we go, Larry Hebert.
So that's it. Thanks for watching, and for those of you supporting Hometown Cable. Let's see if Larry sings to the royalty, and if so, we'll close with that.
Check 1, 2. Late in the evening, she wonders what clothes to wear. She puts on her makeup and brushes her long blonde hair, and then she asks me, do I look alright? And I say yes. You look wonderful tonight. We go to a party and everyone turns to see this beautiful lady walking around with me. And then she asked me, do you feel alright? And I said yes, I feel wonderful tonight. I feel wonderful because I see the love light in your eyes, and the wonder of it all is that you just don't realize how much I love you. It's time to go home now, and I've got an aching head. As I handle the car keys, she helps me to bed. And then I tell her, as I turn out the light, I said, my darling, you were wonderful tonight.